All right. Hi again, everyone. Thank you very much for all coming out here and joining us. Of course, another big parade in the city of Savannah on Monday, the Veterans Day Parade, starting at 10:15 in the morning. And of course, a lot of the parking restrictions and the flow and so forth starts the night before. Midnight, Sunday night, there will be parking restrictions. There's a good site that we have set up called savannahga.gov/Veterans Day Parade. A lot of detailed information, much more detailed information that we'll be able to go through today. From Susan Broker's office, Eddie Grant is with us from Special Events, Film, and Tourism. Sergeant Jason Pagliaro is with us from Savannah Police Department. We also have Mr. Gavin here is with us, and Sean Brandon has made his way as well for parking services. So we're going to give it off to Eddie Grant first to start things off.
Good afternoon, everybody. We wanted to bring everyone together and kind of talk about the Veterans Day Parade coming up this coming Monday, November 11th. This is an annual parade for us, but there are some things that we want to put out to the public so that you have that in mind when you're coming to the downtown area. So first of all is going to be the closures that happen during the daytime, primarily in the staging area that starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. Staging area for this parade runs parallel to Forsyth Park on Abercorn and between Drayton and Lincoln from Gaston Street to Duffy. So it's a fairly large area to get everything set up for the parade. The parade will start promptly at 10:15 in the morning from Abercorn and Hall, and it'll travel north on Abercorn Street. It'll turn west once it reaches Liberty Street, and then turn back north at Montgomery, and they will finish on Broughton Street. So it'll turn east on Broughton, travel the whole length of Broughton, and when it gets to Broughton and East Broad will be where the parade ends. So you'll see the flags hanging over Broughton Street already as we get set up for everything. The Veterans Day Parade Committee is doing the door-to-door notifications throughout this week to those along the parade route and in the staging area. So if you get one of those, then it shows that you're on the route or in an area that's impacted by parking. Those notifications have all the parking restrictions and road closures on them, so pay attention to them. They should be on your doors or on your car windshields. And they're also posting the no park signage, which are 11 by 17 inch in size Tyvek signs that will be up on the street lights and street poles there on the roadways. We typically put about 6 of those per block facing in each direction. So when you pull onto your block, if you see that signage, just understand that that is an area that we will be towing for the parade. If your car is in that area on parade day, then it will be towed at the owner's expense. So just keep that in mind. We tow several cars during our parade events, so we just want to get that information out there so that people can plan ahead. And then the parade is expected to be done by about 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Everything should be returned to normal and opened up again. I'm going to turn it over to Sergeant Pagliaro from PD, who can talk about the public safety aspect, and then if you guys have any questions later, we'll be happy to answer them.
Good afternoon. As Eddie said, we will be out in force for the event, for the parade. We'll have officers all along the parade route as well as in the staging area, both to direct traffic and to ensure everybody has a safe and enjoyable parade. We will be towing vehicles, like he said. If you're parked in a no parking zone, expect your vehicle to be towed. We will make every effort we can to contact you before we tow your vehicle, but understand that the more vehicles there are, the harder that is for us. So bear that in mind.
If Sean could come up, just, obviously parking is always an issue here in Savannah, and he can give you some opportunities that.
Hey. This will be, I think, our third consecutive week of some sort of series of special events going on right now. There's not a whole lot special that's going to be with the garages. They'll be at their regular weekend rates. Dot service will operate between the hours of the parade and will most likely not run during the actual parade itself. So I would just note that. I'm glad we're here, all of us here today, because one of the things we noticed the past few years, we've tended to tow more cars on this event, primarily because I think people get lulled in. They think, oh, everything's over. And then there's this event coming up. So we just really want to get the word out. Please check your block and check the signage on your block, because I don't like to see anyone get towed. No one here likes to see anyone get towed.
Sean, you mentioned normal weekend rate. You mean normal weekday rate?
I'm
for it
sorry.
Being a Monday?
Yeah,
Okay.
normal weekday rates will apply just as they regularly do. That's it.
Anybody have any questions for anybody? Major, you have anything to say?
I just want to reiterate the parking and the towing. The signage is out there. We encourage everybody to look at the maps that are out and identify if you live in an area or your area is on the parade route. We do not want to try to tow cars, and so the more notice we can give and the more we can drive that home, we're hoping we can keep those numbers very low and inconvenience anybody and let them have a safe and enjoyable Veterans Day.
Thank you. Major Gavin did mention the maps that are out. I know Eddie Grant put a lot of work into this. Again, savannahga.gov/Veterans Day Parade. There's not only a map at the top, but there's also all the listings of all the streets, the times they'll be no parking, and then the times they'll reopen, which is basically just shortly after the parade. How long does it take usually after the parade? An hour or two? To clear it
Yes,
away?
we will actually reopen the route as we're going. So
Okay.
as the last vehicle passes and then the street sweepers pass, we're going to try to open things up as quickly as we can. We understand it's inconvenient for everybody. So our goal is to get things reopened as fast as possible. We do that with every parade. So as soon as officers can get barricades out of the road and get you moving again, we will.